From the last 2 weeks of training on the team Dark Orchestra programming, specifically on robots programming. It's 6 days a week. It is our hardest program, and it's been a hard 2 weeks. We have where we're pausing above the knee, and then we're kiss hanging. So we're just going to kiss the platform and then snatch. Have to hold it there for 2 seconds, kiss, and snatch. And so that kiss, just a gentle tap on the floor, nothing too rough. You don't obviously want to rest the weight down there. Just a nice little kiss. Love pausing these here above the knee, way above the knee, holding this position. Tightens the back. Tightens the chest, having some fun here with Mr. Miyagi. Same thing with the cleans. You're going to hold it 2 seconds. So these felt real nice. Just getting real strong in these positions. You take away the pause, it's game over. I was saying on a podcast earlier that from the knee to the hips, or the high thigh here in the power position of the clean, technique kind of goes untalked about. A lot of people just say, pull back from the knee. And, I'm a big believer in pushing those knees back a little longer than most, staying over that bar and finding that stretch in the hamstrings, building that long lever, and then starting that double knee bend real late for a very explosive finish. I'm going over my dynamic start here. I'm digging the bar back into my shins, as you can see the dots on the shins. Dig, build the tension, and then drive over. Don't pull up. Don't go vertical on the pull. Always drive over. Same with the snatch. So physically pulling the bar back. If I let go of the bar, I fall backwards. Physically pulling the bar back into my shin. Weights on the heels. Build the tension for a second. And then drive over. Very strong. Try that. In this workout, we had 5-second pauses in the back squat. And I think I sit down here a little longer than 5 seconds, but I was having some fun there with 4 plates. And so we've been doing a lot of pauses these last few weeks. We've been doing a lot of kiss hangs, as we talked about. We just got done on a kind of more of a rhythm/bounce cycle you'll see coming up here in a few minutes. So basically sticking to the lifts, right? Sticking to the meat and potatoes of weightlifting. But, running with weight on our ankles, making them hard, hold them position. Here's a little slow-mo here for 110. And even though you could say this is a hang, and some people would call this a very, very low hang, we're still going to bring it all the way down. We're going to touch, and so this is pretty much right here, just a full snatch. So I'm a big believer in complexes. I'm a big believer in assistant exercises, moving those feet, landing on those heels, you can see there. But I'm also a big believer in sticking close to the lifts and intertwining assistant work and position work in with the lifts. And that's kind of the meat and potatoes of this training on Team Do. Here's 120. I was talking to a training partner of mine, looking him in the eye, full conversation, because he kept missing it. It was a PR for him. So I really just did that to motivate him and push him and show him, hey, here he is right here, Tony. And he makes it. He gets jacked up and makes it. So that was just saying, hey, the weight's not heavy. Don't be scared and attack it. And he did that. So this day, I might get him a little mixed up. Sorry, this is kind of just a mashup of clips. But I think this is the volume day we're doing here. As you can see, I just did a triple. And notice fast pace as well. There's another triple here at 90K. I rewind. I call it Be Kind Rewind. Remember the old videos? We used to have to rewind before we give him back to the movie store. You're going to reverse the lift. So down, back, and then go again. Notice that dynamic start. I'm doing it every lift. Notice that. Before, right there, and then over. See that? Every lift I do, no matter what it is. Back, over, back through. That's the rhythm of the lift. Build the tension, then break off the floor. Right? Build, break. Right there. Build and break. You guys got to try this if you're watching, okay? And that's why in the dynamic start there, I pause for right there and then go over. Not as much in the clean, but I pause for a half second sometimes longer, to build the tension. It has nothing to do with momentum. Build. Oh, that one I just picked it straight up. Right. I think it's a double or triple. I was talking. I lost count. But yeah, high volume this day. Yeah, this is the triple right here. It's what I said on the podcast. Is like dang cardio for me. I have to admit something. I've been following the Team Do program the last 3 weeks, and it's the first time I've actually followed a program this strictly, 100%, in a very, very long time. I've freestyled training for quite some time since I retired back in 2015, and this is new for me. So 3 weeks in to the Team Do robots programming, and whew, it's fun, but I will admit to you, it's hard. I'm not going to lie. We push it here, and so as you can see here, but it reminds me of the old Cal Strength days, man. Just grinding, pushing through. Today we have Max Out Friday for the team. We're doing a percentage workout, which is pretty cool. Or I'm sorry, a percentage competition on who gets the most, the highest PR of their 1 rep max, which is kind of cool. So if you're new to weightlifting, you have the chance to win it. It's not just based on St. Clair. I'm saving my Max Out Friday for tomorrow, the seminar at Lions Den, strength and conditioning there in Pennsylvania. So hopefully I'll put something good up for you guys. And now that I'm on a full program, I'll be doing snatch and clean and jerk at the seminar, which is a little new. And I might pull a heavy deadlift for fun. So here we go. This was, let's see here, a few days ago on kind of a bounce cycle, as we call it, a rhythm cycle on Team Do. And we just love these. Okay? 3 bounces, you stand up on the 3rd. Right there. In the snatch, I usually sit, catch the weight, then stand. So I don't really hit the first bounce naturally. See, I hold it 1, 2, and then 3. You can hit the first bounce, but I'm just not known for hitting a bounce in the snatch. What does this do? Man, it just works on depth. It works on balance, staying back on these heels. See how it wants to pull you forward? Up, staying back, getting low, right? It's working strength in the catch. Comfort, confidence. This kills 20 birds with 1 stone on this exercise. And yeah, you know what? In a weightlifting competition, there are times you have to sit back down, find a few bounces before you stand up, kind of save a lift in the snatch, and that's what's good for these. I think the bounce has more carryover, to be honest, in the clean, because a lot of people, you that's listening right now, that's a tough one here at 115 or 110. Here's 115 right here. This is tough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I do a 5 bounce. I got cocky. I was having fun on the program, which I'm a big believer in going off it a little bit to get some extra work in. I talk about that a lot on the podcast. But yeah, so here's the clean. We do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. Notice I caught the first. Oh, there's 4. I think I lost track there. It was a little hard to count. Let's see if I hit it here. I always catch the first bounce, and there's 3 right there and stand up. So there's a lot more carryover because a lot of people bounce in the clean. A lot of people, including you listening. See? There we go. These are just cleans. Hit me in the throat here, which really hurt. But I've been really attacking my jerk. Just really, not really attacking it, just following the program, and, writing your own program for you to do is never a good thing. Because if I'm writing my own program, I'm never going to do jerks. And jerks are my weakest point. So I write a program for my team strictly with my wife, and then I just do it. So when I'm writing a program, I don't think about myself one bit at all, and then I follow it. So just doing the jerks, man. These are really great. I forgot what exact day this is. This is a mashup of the last 2 weeks, so excuse me if I don't remember exactly the day, but I love these because these are powers, but we're pausing the catch for a few seconds. Now, even in the bounce squats, those are legal in competition. These are legal right here in competition. Like I said, it's the meat and potatoes. We do a lot of classic lifts just with some weight on our ankles. We're running with weight on our ankles, and once we take that weight off, we're going to be like Usain Bolt. That's the idea, building strength in the classic lifts. And I believe in that full-heartedly. Same thing here with the power cleans. We're going to hold the catch for 2 seconds, or I think it's 3 actually, Team Do members, if I'm not mistaken. And then we're also going to be power jerking, which, as you can see, I'm not a natural power jerker when I feel like I stuck that one good enough to have some fun. And then I love this right here. Here's 3 stacks on the front squat, and we're going to be pausing these for 5 seconds, or maybe this was the 7-second day, and then I stand up. But loving the pauses that we're doing. Here, I was just having some fun. I did a little depth video on Instagram. That's why it's kind of an up and down shot here. And really just great cool down is what I call this. This is not necessarily on the program. What I'm doing is after a hard workout, I'm just stretching out the body, getting my depth good, staying back on my heels, and just living down there, guys. Train it, okay? Train it, live it. Right there, look at that, way back on the heels. Just light 2 stacks, nothing crazy. And then that's it for that. So this looks like a similar day, but it's the next day I'm wearing a different tank here. Sometimes I go to the corner here, and the track is actually a great place to lift. And here we go. So a little complex. I'm not a big fan in just doing overhead squats. I'm a big fan of doing overhead squats in a complex of the lift. So as you can see, we snatch, we stand up, and then we pause the overhead squat for 3 seconds. Well, Mr. Miyagi there again. You got to have fun in training. And the same thing goes with the clean. Okay, we're going to stand up. We're going to squat. We're going to pause the front squat, build strength in the catch, and then we're going to stand up. Okay, find that depth and really find that rock bottom depth. That's what we're looking for, is the rock bottom depth right there. Rock bottom, as low as you can get. And proper depth is as low as you can get. That's the definition. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Build the tension, drive over. See that? You build the tension, and then you drive over. I need you guys to try that this week, okay? I'm going to start doing these videos once a week, just basically after the full training session or training week. I'll post them up and chat about them. I'd love to have you guys join my team, thedarkorchestra.com. Me and my wife own the team. We run it, we program it, and we have a blast doing it. So we got a private Facebook page, get the Train Heroic app, and join the community, because anybody will tell you that's what it is. Great community on the Facebook page. Love these. My wife is the one that came up with these. Just, SOTS presses done with the squat, learning how to push yourself under rather than pushing up on the bar, and working on some shoulder strength there. My favorite workout of all time, I'm not going to sit here and say I invented these, but I just look at this right here on the heels with the toes up. I personally love, as I call them, straight leg, high butt muscle snatches. No contact on these, right? Just a great warm up, great cool down. You put a lot of weight on. It's actually a great exercise as well. And give those a try. I think this is the last little session here. And volume, as you can see here. A lot of volume in the lifts, the classic lifts this last few weeks. That's our Life Retreat shirt. You guys saw that YouTube video that was posted about a month or 2 ago. So yeah, let's see here. I think we're just lifting weights here, guys, Sometimes simplicity is king when it comes to programming. Looks like we're doing a double here. We've been laddering up the volume, so I didn't show all the clips here, but we'll be doing triples, and then as the weight gets heavier, we do doubles, and then we go all the way up and hit a few singles at, let's say, like 80-85%. And so that's kind of the strategy. Build the tension, drive over. See that? So if you're ever wondering how do you drive over so long, you look at, Ilya's clean. It's like, how does he drive it? Watch Ilya, how he builds the tension. And then, Ilya's not the best example. Ilya's first pull is so crazy. If you know what I'm talking, I did a whole podcast on it. Cloak off is a better example of how he leans back in that dynamic start and then drives over. Ilya's first pull is insane. I can't even explain. It's like a double knee bend. It's quite remarkable. But we're gonna bounce these front squats here. Good, nice, little Schenkel face. And yeah, come join us. That's it, guys. I'm flying out to Pennsylvania tonight. I'm actually taking the red eye, which I prefer. I sleep well on planes, and get a cup of coffee in the morning. It's game time. So thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, it feels good to be back training full time. It's been a while. I'm still in retirement, but I don't know. I think with all this training right now, possibly thinking about coming out of retirement and possibly getting back into the sport of weightlifting as far as USAW goes, I should say. It just when the time is right for me and my family, we're expecting our daughter in mid-September. And so, I'm just, for the first time in my life, I'm having fun with weightlifting, and I'm kind of just taking it day by day. So that's where I'm at right now, guys. We'll see. But I love the sport. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later. Salute.